Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? So, guys, I just want to make a disclaimer quickly. So, I caught a very bad case of flu about a week ago, if not 2 weeks ago, and I'm still experiencing some residues of that flu. So, now and again, you're going to hear me speak, and then I'll kind of like lose my breath, and then I'll cough, and yeah, it's just horrible. Yeah, it's change of season here in South Africa. We are moving from winter to summer. Actually, it's spring, from winter to spring right now, and so this usually happens all the time when the season changes. I know I'm gonna get one more flu just before December. That is our summer here in South Africa. So please do excuse me when you see me struggling a little bit. And that is one of the reasons why there was no video last week because I was kind of like bedridden as well. I couldn't touch anything at all because of the flu. And I managed to touch on some few other things, especially with my other channel, because there were lots of YouTube updates, and my YouTube channel is all about YouTube related topics. So whenever there is going to be an update, I had to struggle it out and produce a video and update the subscribers over there. So, anyways, I thought let me just give you this disclaimer as quickly as possible before we move forward. So, hello everyone. My name is Clantus and welcome to the Iron Bars. And today we are having a live stream as we had agreed in my last one that I'm gonna go live once a month. I think you guys said last Sunday of the month, so this is the last Sunday of September. Hence, we are here today. So thank you so much for your suggestions. I highly appreciate it. I see I have somebody through. Say hello, whoever you are. Thank you for joining the live stream. So I thought, yeah, this Sunday I'm going to push to at least go live. If I don't go live, then I'll have to release a video that I'm going to tell you about a little later, how difficult it has been to put it together. I think I've filmed it more than 4 times now, and it took 4 hours to film that video because of the difficulty in finding information. So if you are just joining in, guys, I'm recovering from flu. So now and again, I will get choked from, I don't know, whatever is choking me somewhere in my lungs. So if you see me getting choked, just know that's what's going on right now. So hey Tara, Tara says, hi, honey. Hi, Tara. It's so good to see you. Hope you are feeling well. I don't mind you coughing at all. Okay, thank you so much. You'll be hearing a lot of it, especially when I try to talk. But I always feel better after coughing when my lungs are supposed, after contracting. Then when they start to relax again, that is when it collects whatever it is that it collects. And then again, I get choked and then I cough. So now that I've coughed, you can hear now I'm upbeat. But as my lungs begin to soften, you will hear my voice kind of like contracting along as well. So, Tribex, how are you? Yeah, you're a guy, right? Yeah, you're a guy, definitely, because you're in a boys' own change room. So definitely you are a guy. And yeah, that night you finished me. I laughed even when I was in bed, just thinking, oh my goodness, there are people somewhere in this world. Probably even try to auction off those what they call this autographs. You something else. But anyways, thank you so much for joining in, Tara and Tribex. I highly appreciate you. So strictly no laughing. It will all depend on you guys. What stories I love to laugh. I love to hear funny stories and things like that. So if you have something funny and you don't want to see me laugh, just keep it to yourself. Yeah, I'm all man. Definitely. There is no way that you would be a woman and working at the boys' zone change room. No way. Yeah, no, thank you so much, guys, for joining in. I highly appreciate it. Hey, Bandra. Yeah, I remember you, Bandra. You shared with me your story about. Okay, I think I shared a video about the Miloni brothers, and you said you had no idea, and yet you were from Zambia yourself, living in New Zealand. So thank you so much for joining in, and you are highly welcome here, and warmly so too. Whenever I have a live stream, we have a lot of fun. Please do share whatever you want to share. Or if you want to know some things, ask. Do not hesitate. I will definitely answer those questions. But as you guys can see with the title of this live, I'm kind of curious because it's something that I've also asked myself. When I watch true crime channels, do they relax me? Why do I watch true crime channels? And the answer that I've always gotten is number one, I'm a very curious person. I've always been a curious person. If I don't understand something, I'm very expressive about my misunderstanding of that thing to a point sometime where I sound ignorant if you have a conversation with me, simply because I'm just failing to understand something, irrespective of how clever you try to explain it to me. Some things just do not make sense at all. Like murder. Murder doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. And the part that also just throws me off the most is when psychologists and psychiatrists come in and give reasons as to why this individual did this, why that individual did that. And I look at myself, I'm like, but I've been through that. I've bumped my head several times before. I played rugby, I played cricket, I played karate and boxing. My head has been bashed so many times. Twice I've been hit by a cricket ball on my head. A cricket ball, if you are not aware, especially for you who are in the US, it's like a baseball. I think it's the same material, same make of a baseball. So imagine that thing hitting your head without you wearing protective gear. It's not because I was playing; it was because I was a spectator and I wasn't paying attention. I was busy being a boy when this ball just came and knocked me. But then at the end of the day, you're like, but I haven't murdered anybody because of that, because of those injuries. And then when I hear psychologists like, oh no, because of this incident they had when they were 3 years old, or when they were 10 years old, and you're thinking, child, have you any idea how many times I have done all those things and here I am? Yeah, that's why I'm saying some of the things I sound extremely ignorant about them, simply because I just refuse, or maybe a part of me refuses to understand why that is. So that is one of the reasons why I watch true crime. The second reason why I watch true crime is because whenever I am listening to my favorite true crime YouTuber, either Adrian of Coffee House Crimes, or I'm listening to Danielle Kirsty, or I'm listening to Stephanie Harlow, or I'm listening to what's her name again? Brittany Vaughn. I relax and I know that I'm going to be told a very interesting true crime. At the same time, I'll be learning. At the same time, I'll be asking myself lots of questions, but I relax. So I want to know from you, why do you watch true crime? Are true crime channels relaxing for you? I'd like to hear from you as we have this conversation. If you think I'm in the wrong with my own ignorant mind, please call me out. Let's get back into the comment section. I know that I can pin a comment, for example. Let's see if I can. Oh, there we go. Ah, you just click on it. I really have to be boring this time because I don't want to die on live, although it would probably go. You said you don't want to be funny, and yet I Travis, I like people like you. I enjoy being around people like you for real. Tara says, I'm fascinated by the mindset of murderers and it calms me down listening to their stories, but I cannot watch cruelty to animals. You were just watching. That's true. That's true. I can't stand cruelty towards animals at all. I do eat meat, but I don't want to know how it got to my plate, which is something I'm also working on like quitting altogether. Just turn into a vegetarian. I think it will just make my life a little easier that way. So yeah, I kind of figured it how this is done. Let's see. Let me pin Bandra. Am I pronouncing your name correctly, Bandra? Is it Bandra or Bandra? Um, Felith? Is that how you pronounce your name? Felith? Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. So, as you can tell with the title of this live, I don't know if you have an opinion about true crime channels, whether good or bad, but please let's stick to the title of the video because I also know some people that have an issue. Oh, by the way, guys, before I go further, um, I think I did touch this in my last live that I've monetized my channel. And the reason why I monetized the channel is because I want to hire an editor simply because I have a lot on my hands and I realize that editing takes most of my time than filming. Filming can take me 3 to 4 hours, sometimes 6 hours. I don't mind that. But when it comes down to editing, yeah, that takes days. It can take 2 weeks to edit a video. So I thought, let me monetize this channel so that I'm able to hire an editor, and that's the sole reason for monetizing my channel. So as you can tell, I also turned on all the super thanks. What they call them, supers. So that is super thanks, super chat, super stickers. I've turned on channel membership, and I also turned on what else did I turn on? Yeah, anything where you guys, if you feel you want to donate something towards my channel, I will highly appreciate that in order for me to hire this editor that I want to hire. So with the channel membership, I want to take direction from you guys. What would you like to see from me from behind the scenes? Because channel membership, they get perks. And one of the perks is either I go live or with you guys, just talking about things that are outside of true crime. Maybe you want to know a day in my life or whatever it is. I don't know, see me cook or whatever. I don't know, things of that nature. So I'd like to hear from you guys if you are going to join the channel. They are the fee there is a monthly subscription fee is very tiny, very tiny. I deliberately made sure that it was tiny amount of money that you can donate to me, so I can hire this editor, guys. It's a lot of. There we go again. Okay, I think now we're fine. Sorry, guys. If you're new, I've explained that I'm recovering from flu, so now and again you will hear me cough. Thank you for your understanding. I'll give you some autographs you can auction off. Okay. And then next thing, I am in some high court for fraud. No, thank you. I want the real Boyzone one. The real one. The one that if I know that's the one that I want, the real one. I need to hire an editor. Oh, both. Okay. Okay, I see how. Cooking videos while talking about a crime or something else would be super interesting, I think. Oh, fella, that is very interesting. But wouldn't that disgust people? I'm cooking food. Decide I am talking about something, probably a gruesome crime. Okay, but I like where you're going with this one. Me, I don't mind doing it. But how about the next person though? Do you think they might agree seeing something like that? I don't know. But I like the idea. Trust me, I do. So yeah, things like that. I can do stuff like that on my channel memberships, where I do things like that behind the scenes. Of course, these videos at a later stage from the channel membership, I will publish them onto the main channel. But that also includes new uploads. Members will be the first ones to see the videos before everyone else does. So those are the perks that channel membership members get for being a part of my channel. Apart from just being subscribers, um, yeah, I don't know how to explain this, but I'm learning about it. YouTube keeps telling me, "Hey, promote this. Hey, promote it. Promote that you are monetized. Promote that you have a channel membership. Promote that you have super thanks. Super thanks is it's an icon that you will see below my videos with a dollar sign. That's one of those things that you can do. You can click on and yeah, and do what you need to do. Phyllis says, okay, yeah, maybe, but maybe something a little less graphic. Maybe some crimes that aren't murder related, just some interesting drama. Yeah. Hmm. Like some like a white collar crime type of thing. Because I'm also interested in white collar crimes. I think those crimes are quite fascinating. What you call those pyramid schemes? What do they call Ponzi scheme crimes? I always found them very interesting. How people can be so, I don't know, is it stupidity? Where you hear something too good and then you invest all of your life savings into it, only to find out that this whole thing that you invested in, it's just a house of cards, or it doesn't exist at all. So those kind of crimes do interest me. Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that because there have been quite a few here in South Africa, even though such no longer exist. If they do, they're pretty quiet because the last time we heard one probably was years ago, maybe 10 years ago, or maybe I'm the one who's living under a rock. But I haven't heard. Yeah, like MLM, multi-level marketing. Yes, absolutely. Those sort of stuff. Tara, indeed. Yeah, definitely something like that. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Please allow me to wipe my face. I don't know. I'm just getting sweaty. I think it's the lights. Banda says, how about filming a different environment outdoor, like at the park, rather than indoors all the time? Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I will note that suggestion. Maybe I will note it for when I am free, um, around December, because in December, most of us, we're not working until January. In South Africa, the festive season begins around 1st of December. So by the 10th of December, I would have closed at work. So I'll have all the free time in my hands. Maybe I will do something like that. Maybe just tell a true crime story in a vlog type of way, because I want to do Vlogmas. I want to do Vlogmas related to true crime. So that will be like 25 videos, by the way, that I'll have to upload every day, by the way, because that's what Vlogmas is all about. You have to do it every day. And I don't think it's going to be like long video. Maybe it's going to be 10-minute long video, like a 10-minute long true crime story that I'm going to tell in a Vlogmas style so that I do not overwhelm you guys as well. Please excuse me. So I do not overwhelm you guys with too many videos. I mean, too long videos. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Tara says, okay, let me just pin that. Don't you have to be careful and not give away where you live if filming outside? Hmm. Okay. I That's actually a good question. But for me, I don't think I will do it where I live. It's either going to be somewhere else. Maybe I'm sitting in a coffee shop or in a restaurant or something like that. I don't know. It's not going to be where I live, definitely, because I do not want to expose my address. Felix says, my grandfather lost a lot of money to crypto related scams. Pretty sad, but the drama was very entertaining, if that's not uncomfortable to say. I'm not laughing at your grandfather's what happened to him, but it's your last sentence. What was the drama about? I'm interested to hear what was entertaining about it. Because I can imagine when you're trying to get your money back, it's going to be an uphill battle. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who is an adult. You ought to have asked yourself questions before you got yourself involved. I get these crypto related stuff on my Instagram DMs all the time. I've come to a point where I ignore them. Yesterday there was another one says, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" And I'm like, "Oh no, 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 red flag right there. You don't know if you know me. You want to ask me questions." So today he was sending, "Oh, today I collected 280,000 rand," and I'm like, I didn't even say anything because the way they catch you is when you respond, and then they start bugging you. But when you ignore them, they don't come back. They'll quickly realize that, okay, this one is aware that I'm a scammer. So too bad for them. So yeah, another thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, guys, please, I am interested to know, uh, do you relax when you are watching a true crime channel, when you're listening to a true crime story? How do you watch your true crime? Because I've heard people say they will just turn on my video while driving and listen to it as though they're listening to radio or a podcast. So that I find very interesting. Some people say I just turn on the audio while I'm cooking or cleaning or feeding the baby or something like that. I also find that very, very fascinating that you don't necessarily watch the video. But some people say I would go back and I will sit down and then watch the video and listen to the story all over again. So that's quite fascinating to me as well. Uh, I really, really want to know why people enjoy true crime. What is it about true crime that fascinates us? Please do respond. I seriously want to know this. It's something that I'm very curious about. So the other thing that I wanted to say was a video that I'm working on. I've been working on this video for a month now. This video is, it upsets me because um the media, when this story broke or it was happening, they did not cover it. I don't know why. Maybe because it happened in a rural area filled with poor people, so they did not particularly care. I don't know. um but information is very, very difficult to collect. You literally have to call people who live nearby where that happened or live in that particular village where the story happened, which is something I did. I actually had to call some people in that village, like, hey, I need to collect some information. What happened there? And some of the people experience that with victims of these individuals. Some are family members of the perpetrator. So I managed to collect what I could, but when it comes to the records and documents and all that that South Africa is supposed to be holding, or at least on Google, there's nothing. There's literally, you really have to dig real deep to find something. Yes, the media covered the story only when the trial began and the sentencing. But while this was happening, nobody seemed to care. And that for me, it was so unfortunate. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. But I'm almost done with it. I think this week I'm filming it, and then it should come out next Sunday. Um, but it says, well, he tried hard to get the money back and through weird means found a man who was somewhat related to the scam. So he tried to get to him, and the guy fled the country, but also my grandma was pissed. Of course, your grandma must have been pissed. I can imagine how angry she must have been. Yeah, anything that has to involve money, if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably not. Just stay away from it once and for all. Stay away. Just tell the person, "Hey, good for you, congratulations, have a good life," and move on. Because yeah, I've seen people as well who've gone through this before, and they always came back and say, "Hey, how can you help me with this?" I'm like, "I can't help you. You're an adult. You took that decision. Even if you go to court, the court will be like, why are you here wasting my time? You're an adult. You should have done your due diligence. Why did you just give away your life savings like that?" So, in most cases, they do flee the country. Like here in South Africa, many of them did flee the country to England or to Australia. And it's quite difficult to get them back. I know several that South Africans are looking for, but they cannot be extradited because, according to the law, they did not commit any crime. You just handed over your money willingly. So, yes, the whole thing may have been maybe defined as fraud, but it's a type of fraud that you participated in, if that made sense. So people are frustrated. They're very, very angry because of these Ponzi schemes or MLM type of scams. So now we have crypto. Unfortunately, this one, people who are genuinely doing crypto, they've been tainted because of the scammers. So we trust no one at all. If you want to talk to me about crypto, sorry, I'm not interested. Um, yeah, it was sad. Shame. Bando says, I listened to your videos while I'm busy doing something, but sometimes I sit and watch you. It is the shock I get after watching every video that fascinates me. Yeah. I also do the same thing. I would listen to my favorite true crimers, and usually I'm busy at work. I'll have my earphones on and I'll be working while listening, and I'm like, what? While I'm busy working, it can be shocking. Human beings can be very, very shocking, and I don't understand. But what is your thoughts about the reason behind why this individual committed this crime? Do you agree with the psychologists? Because I feel that they are the ones who are infuriating for me. I feel so infuriated by many psychologists. Basically, they exonerate the perpetrator, even though they're saying, no, this person deserves to be behind bars, but you still exonerated them because of an head injury they had when they were a kid, or the way they were brought up in harsh conditions, which transform them into murderers. But there are people who've lived a worse life. And today there are CEOs, there are doctors, there are engineers, they are basically contributing members of society. and they've never even killed a rat, and yet there is somebody whom the psychologists are all over saying no because of this and because of that. For me, that is why you'll never hear in my videos where I will excuse the perpetrator. Like the last video that I did, the perpetrator said, "Oh, it's because I'm poor. I grew up in abject poverty." I mean, what does um the word that rhymes with ape has to do with poverty? You violated a woman's body. How is that got to do with poverty? Taking somebody's life in the most brutal way. How is that related to poverty? I don't get it. But you will hear psychologists will tell you, oh no, it's because of poverty. And okay, I grew up poor too. I do admit in that video that I grew up in abject poverty. I know how it's like to go to bed without eating for 3 days in a row. But here I am. Let me just tell you a story time. Sorry. So my mom was she was not a strict woman. She played mind games more than she was like a strict woman. So the mind games that I'm talking about is not like abusive mind games, but it's mind games that made you think like, hmm, okay. For example, she said to us, she brought my brother and I and said, listen, I am not bringing up criminals. If you ever find yourself in handcuffs, just know that I'm not coming to see you in prison. I'm not coming to court and sitting there the whole day to hear whatever it is that you're accused of. I'm not paying bail. I'm not doing any of those things. If you are innocent, you'll be brought home. I'll be proud in my heart because I know I'm not raising any criminals. But if you are guilty, then you have to pay the consequences for your decision. Actually, something like this had happened. My brother accidentally, when he was about 19 years old, he accidentally he went into a CD shop. This is like in the 90s. He went into a music shop that was selling CDs. So he loves music a lot because he wanted to become a musician. So he had a CD in one hand and then he was looking at another CD. So he decided to take the CD while he still held the original CD. That I don't know if he was deciding between this one and that one. I'm not quite sure. And so he went to the counter and paid for the one that he intended to buy, but he's still holding this one in his hand. And then when he was going out of the store, the metal dictator went off. When the metal dictator went off, of course, they called the police. He was arrested. And so the word came to my mom that, hey, your son, da da da. My mom was like, okay. And I promise you, we watch her not do anything. She did not pay his bail. She did not go to see him. Nothing like that. The reason why he does not have a criminal record is because the judge asked for the CCTV footage because he said there is no way that this boy is a criminal. He looks nothing like like a criminal. Okay, fine. No criminal. Some criminals don't look like criminals, but this one, something tells me something went wrong. So he called for the CCTV footage. He watched. They brought the CCTV footage, and the judge told the store management who was sitting in court that clearly this young man made a mistake. It's like putting a pen. He made that example. It's like putting a pen in your behind your ear, and then you get busy with something else, and now you're looking for this pen, and you're asking people, "Where's my pen? I had my pen right here, but it's been here behind your ear all this time." So that's the example that he gave. Like he did not intend to steal this, so he struck the case off the roll and sent him home. He said, "Young man, go home. You are not a criminal." So when he came back home, my mom was like, "Yeah, I know that no kid of mine is a criminal, but the lesson that we learned as all other kids was like, yeah, this woman is serious in what she means." So we never ever thought anything along stealing somebody's stuff or making somebody else's existence inconvenient because we grew up poor. So I don't get it sometimes. Hey, Tribex, you're a new member. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Um, Thank you. I have a member now. I have a member, people. I have a member. Thank you so much. That makes me so happy. Thank you. Um, Philip, hey man, I have to leave now, but I'll rewatch the live later. Much love. Thank you so much for your support, Philip, and thank you for watching the replay later. I highly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, so yeah, Tara says bye bye. So that is a little short story time about, I don't know, I get it. Families raise their children differently. I was raised in parables. Like, if you did this, this is what's going to happen. These are the consequences you're going to suffer. So it was not, I don't know whether it was a scare tactic or what, but I don't think we even have it in us to do anything against another human being, in violation of another human being. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to understand when I do these true crimes. Sometimes you see people, especially parents, when their child does something wrong, instead of reprimanding them, they'll say, "No, no, no, they are learning." They give such excuse, and this boy is looking at the mom. He's like, "Oh, so I can get away with this? Okay, let me do far more worse than this." And still no consequences. And this young person grows up into the big world and thinks that there are no consequences for their actions. That's quite sad, actually. I've always found that to be very sad. So my mom didn't play that game at all. So that my point is, this whole psychologist expertise when it comes to a murderer on the stand, the excuses that they spew, which sounds as though they are saying, "Oh no, forgive this person, it's because of their past." I don't know, guys. I know I sound ignorant. Please call me out if I am. And Tara says, I don't know whether to be in awe of your mom or afraid. Let me tell you something. In hindsight, now that I'm older, I think you should admire her, because a lot of things that we do, we are highly conscious of another person's feelings. We are very highly conscious of another person's belongings, and how the next person um, should feel around me. Do not be afraid of me. I'm harmless. That type of thing. I don't know. But as a kid, you'll be afraid. Like, what is this woman? And on top of that, when we saw what we saw with my brother, we were terrified. We looked at her differently, but we understand now. Even sometimes I will speak to my brother about this, like, "Hey, you remember this?" And it's like, "Yeah, I do." Which is something he also doing with his own kids. It's like, "Hey, people, if you get yourself involved in something, we are not coming. We are not coming because we are not raising criminals. We are not raising people, hooligans. We are not raising people who are going to be a nuisance to society. We are raising people who are going to be contributing members of society. That is what we are raising, not criminals." So he has passed that to his own kids, so which is kind of like working, because they're also living as the straight and narrow type of life. Yeah. So, yeah. Anything that you guys want to share or say before we say goodbye, or should we just say goodbye? I'm so stoked that I have a member, a channel member. Tribex, thank you so very much. I love this. I love this. I love. Let me just show it off again. Please do join my channel. I am monetized now, where I get these sort of privileges to have you guys join my channel. Um, you can also purchase a super chat right here, right now, or a super sticker or something like that. I have never seen it before how it's done, but YouTube keeps telling me, "Hey, promote your super chats and super stickers and your channel membership." It's a whole lot of things that YouTube is asking me to promote, because it understands that I'm trying to raise funds to hire um, an editor. Sorry, I'm back. Hi, Travis. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just raving about you right now. You being my first channel member. Thank you so very much for that. Thank you. Thank you. I highly appreciate it. I highly appreciate it. But guys, I don't know. Should we say goodbye, or do you want to say something? Um, what's happening? But anyways, guys, me, I've already said what I wanted to say in this live stream. I was very much interested to know about a true crime channels relaxing for you. Do you relax when you're watching? How do you feel and all that stuff? Had to change my password to sign up and it wouldn't let me back in. I have you on my TV here. So I didn't miss anything. Okay. Oh my goodness. So now I'm getting a little shy. I'm on television, your television. I understand the whole setup, but being watched on television is a little intimidating. I am intimidated. I am. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys are the best. I always say this to anybody that's willing to listen to me, that the best YouTube community you can ever come across is the true crime community. The true crime community, you guys, I don't know, a different breed of people. You're mature. Two, you are so highly intelligent and funny at the same time, that I've learned as well. I think that is why many people enjoy creating true crime content, because they understand that the true crime community is so appreciative, loving, and you guys are just everything positive. That yeah, I've learned that. I've learned that, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that you. I'm a South African, and I'm not saying that we are less than, but it's not something that you would think that people sitting in Ireland like Tribex, or somebody like Bandra sitting in New Zealand, Tara in the US would be sitting and watching me, like what? So it's incredible. It's incredible. I love that. I really do. I love how YouTube has made this big world into this small little uh, place where we all can meet in on this platform. I love that. I love that so very much. So, well, guys, I think this is it. If I may close it here today and continue to nurse my healing of the flu, I highly appreciate that. Tribex is say, okay, let's see, Tara begun. Let's start with Tara. It's always lovely to hear from you and your family. Sorry you are not feeling the best, but I'll be here for next life. Bye, Han. Bye, Tara. Thank you. Oh, yes, Terry from California. You see, I know y'all guys. I know y'all. And I appreciate and love you guys very, very much. What is this thing saying now? Hide current comment? What? No. Why would I do that? Tribex says next time do 24 or even 48-hour countdown notice for the live so we don't miss it and get more people in. It's a lot of fun. That's so true. That is so true. You know, when I was doing the thumbnail for this live, I was like, I should have done this yesterday. But I hope I'll see people in. But thank you for. Indeed, I'll do that. Trust me. In the next live is going to be 48 hours before. Thank you for that. I've noted it. Terry Ford. Hello, my friend. I'm so sorry. I'm late. Just got in. No, it's cool. It's always good to see you. Love you very much. Thank you for coming through. Even though now I'm about to close, I'm not feeling well. Actually, I'm recovering from flu, and I keep coughing and all that stuff. So everybody has been so kind to stay and listen to me. That's why. But hey, thank you so much for coming through. In a year, you won't even talk to us because you'll be too YouTube. I'm not like that. Trust me. You know, me, I am more, okay, I'm Cancer. If you know anything about Cancers, we are super loyal people. I'll be more loyal to you in a year's time if ever I get YouTube famous. It's my day ones, the ones that I will always hold highly. So you don't have to worry about that. That I can guarantee you. That I can guarantee you. I will still remember you are Tribex from Ireland who worked as a I don't know, a security in one of the Boyzone concerts, and then this is what you did that made me laugh. That I will never forget. That I will never forget. I will never forget you either. So no, you don't have to worry about that. Go get some rest, and we'll do this again soon. No, definitely, I'll do that. Pray you feel better. Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you. Yeah, let's call it a night for me. It is 21:47. That is almost 10 to 10 at night. Let me know what time is it in your side of the world, on your side of the world. See, English also is going away. But anyways, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Tribex, again for joining my channel. I highly appreciate that. Please do let me know what would you like to see um, as a perk behind the scenes. I'm willing to collect as much recommendations, suggestions, and all that stuff. So thank you for joining, guys. Please do like this live before you leave. I highly appreciate it. If you're going to watch the live as the replay, please also click the like button. I would love that. 3:47 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, okay, cool. 8:47 Monday morning in New Zealand. Wow. Yeah. Oh, by the way, how I know? Yeah, because every time when it's New Year's Eve, New Zealand and Australia go first, and then we'll be all be like, "What? They're already in the New Year?" And then we watch all the fireworks in Sydney and all these. I think Auckland as well. Ah, beautiful. So those are the stuff that's wow, Monday morning already. You are at work. Yeah, I'm starting work tomorrow morning. But anyways, guys, no, thank you for letting me know what time on your side of the world. Yeah. So let's see each other again. The last Sunday of October. Also, we go back to normal uploads from next week's Sunday. I'll be dropping that video. It's gonna be an hour-long video. Unfortunately, it took a lot for me to gain all that information that I got. Upsetting as that case is, 8:48 p.m. here in Ireland. Oh, okay. So you're about an hour behind me. We love you. Now I love you too. Love you too, Terry. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. I was saying it for the last time. Thank you. It's always difficult to write to click on the end broadcast because I don't know. It feels like I'm being rude. No, okay, no, no. Let me just say goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Love you. Mwah.